Hello all. Today we are going to see the how to create a data frame in PySpark. Today we are starting a new series, that is PySpark. Basically, PySpark is the one of the library in the Python that used to process the big data. So hello all. Good evening. So today we are basically going to see PySpark. So today we are going to start a new series, that is PySpark. Basically, PySpark is one of the library that in Python that we use to process the big data. So first you need to create the Databricks community edition. You just go to the Databricks community, just search in the Google Databricks community edition, right? And after Databricks community, just search here Databricks community edition, right? Community edition, and here you can do just, when you open here, you can do just basic sign up, like fill the necessary details, your mail id, then your country and all the things, and then you can, like, after the sign up you can log in, and then you will come to the this page, right? And under this page, these are the, like, in the left hand we can see the workspace, catalog, workflows and compute, right? And under the home again, like, we can see the workspace, shared and users. So now these are our users name, this is my mail id, so this is users name. So now first, whenever we want to perform any operation in the PySpark, so we are going to create a notebook. So create the notebook, right click and create notebook, right? It will take some time at the starting, so you can wait for some time. And after creation of notebook, basically we are going to create cluster. Basically cluster is one of the computer that is available on the cloud, so that we use to process our data, right? Okay, cancel. I think already I have the cluster. Let's see it is working or not. Whenever you see it is in a green color, means we are connected. So cluster is one of the computer, you can say the virtual computer that we use to process the big data, right? And as per our requirement, we can select the cluster. Like if you want more size, like 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB. So 64 GB is the last size or memory of the cluster we can select. So now it is like assigned by the community edition, and it is free, right? So now we are going to see the how to create a data frame. I think if you are coming from the Python background or pandas, then you know that what is actually data frame. Data frame basically is the table where we have the columns and rows. So how to create a data frame in PySpark? So basically first we are going to see the we are going to give the we are going to create the two variables. First one is data and schema. Schema means column names. So first we are going to create a data, right? So now let me just load some functions PySpark dot SQL dot functions dot import and star. So we are importing all the functions, right? Let's see if it's working or not. So from PySpark, so we are loading from PySpark dot SQL dot function. So this is like syntax to load all the functions. So even though in PySpark we have the different types like struct type, integer type. So these are the there also we need to load the type. So from PySpark dot SQL dot types and import, right? And if you want to perform some Windows operation, so there also we need to import. I'm just showing like from the future purpose, we are not using this one, but you can keep in your mind that how to SQL dot window and import. So let's run it. So I think this is not working. Let me disconnect PySpark. So we are missing spelling mistake, that is PySpark. Now run it. So in now we are able to run it, right? So in PySpark basically we are doing the coding, right? So these all called either jobs or cell. So when you want to run any cell, then we need to either we can run from here, and if we drop down we have the different option: run this cell, debug this cell, and we can run the above cell or below cell also and run selected text. So these are the option and these are the shortcuts. If you want to run the cell, control enter. If you want to run the selected text, then control shift enter. And if you want to run above cell, like currently this is current cell, but if you want to run above cell, then alt shift up and alt shift down. So these are the shortcuts. Now we are going to, whenever you want to create a new cells, just click on this one, code. Now as I mentioned, today's lesson we are going to see how to create a data frame, and this is here we can give the name to the our notebook. Right now create data frame, I'm just giving the name, that is create data frame, right? So basically data frame means you can consider that is a table where we have the columns and rows. So in PySpark first we going to give the data, and then after that we need to give the column name. So let's see firstly what we can do. Suppose, and whenever you want to give the data frame, we need to give to the in the list square bracket, then these are the separate row. Whenever you see the round bracket means separate row. Now suppose now first we have the id, so I am giving, let me give, suppose id is 1. Then suppose we have the name, that is John, and suppose his salary is something 1000, that is, now this is the first row. And so now we just giving the data. Now let me add one more row, that is second row. This is second row, John, and here I can make as a Max. So one more person, that is Max, and here 2000. And let me add one more row in our data. Then let me third, and there we can add as a Smith. So we have three function, like three row. This is first row. Whenever you see the round bracket means row, right? This is second row, and this is third row. Again, in each row we have three columns. First is id, second one is name, and third one is salary. Now we define the data. Now we want to define schema also. Now let's see schema. Now again in schema we need to use the square bracket. Now first column name is id, next column name is name, and last column name is salary. So whenever you want to give the column name, we need to use the double quote or single quote because this is syntax. So whenever you want to give the create the data, we need to add in the square bracket, and whenever you see the round bracket means it's row, first row, second one, third row. Now this one is the, again we are giving the column name. Now if you see, one means id, two means id, and third means id. John, Max, Smith, these are the names, and salaries 1000, 2000. Here we can make 3000. Right, now we are going to create the data frame. Spark dot, let me Spark. So I think we need to write in small case, then create data frame. Then this is the syntax. So now this is our data. First we need to give the data, and then this is basically a function. Spark dot create data frame is the function, and here we can give the schema. Now we are done with the data, schema, and we have created the data frame. So now we have created data frame, but we need to store that data frame into some variables. So variable name is df1. Now we done, right? So just run it. If you see, it's showing interrupt. Now we are successfully run, but we want to see the how data frame will look. So there are two commands. First one is df1.show. So that is function we can use to see the our data frame, and in the by using show, it will show our data in partition. So basically PySpark store the each row as a partition. Now sometimes it's a little bit difficult to use that show function because it's not looking good, so we can have one more function, that is display. Let's use that one also. So now this is the, by using show function we are getting like this is dotted format, but if you use the display function, so it is showing like in tabular format. Now whenever you stuck anywhere, like now we just, I know that this is a syntax, but whenever you stuck, if you don't know the syntax for the like any function, so what you can do, you can just enter the code and just use the help function and just add this one, copy the command that we use and just use this one, create data frame. Now run it. So it will show the detailed syntax. Now whenever if you want to see any syntax, just use the help command, so it will show the detailed syntax. Now just come to the top. Either we can copy the syntax or we can move to the top side. Let's see, we can move to the top. So here it will show the detailed information how this an example. Now just go to the down. So here again if you see, these are the row, and as I mentioned we must need to use in the square bracket, but here they use round this one curly bracket because here they use key pair. So you can use like later you can express, because now this is column name and this is value, again this is column name and this is value, so that's why they use the dictionary format, right? So that this is also another way, and here it is another way, like just now we saw. So the if you see this, it will show in the detail like show function, then display and all the things. So you can refer that one, and whenever you stuck for the any function in PySpark, you can use this help function, it will show. So that's all about the today's video. If I go, it will show in the detail like how to create the data frame in different way, so it will give the detailed information, so you can go through that whenever you stuck in the middle of the any when you're writing the code, right? So you can use the help function. So that's all about the today's video, that is how to create data frame. If you have any question, please write down in comment and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.